Hello ladies, my name is Sharon Genus, coming to you with another video from Woman to Woman, and today I will be talking about discretion, and my topic is how to be discreet. I will discuss with you how to be discreet in your attire, how to be discreet in the way that you communicate with others, and how to be discreet in the way that you act. Discreet means wise and sensible in one's conduct or speech, especially with regard to respecting privacy or maintaining silence about something of a delicate nature. So a person that is discreet is very wise. She knows how to handle herself in a sensible way. She's wise when she speaks. She knows how to be respectable, and she understands when confidentiality is needed. So let us begin with number one, how to be discreet in the way we dress. 1 Peter 3:3 says, "Whose adorning let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair and of wearing of gold, or of putting on of apparel. But let it be the hidden man of the heart, and that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of God of great price." This scripture is not saying that women, we cannot wear plaited hair, which means the elaborate decorating of the hair, fancy hairstyles and etc. It's not saying that we cannot wear gold or pearls or expensive clothing. What it's simply saying is that all these things should not be the focus. It's saying that the focus should be what is on the inside of the heart is what really matters. Okay? So we should be more focused on possessing the fruits of the Spirit, because this is what is in our hearts that spill over to the outward appearance. And I'm going to go there to Galatians 5:22 and 23, and it says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law." Okay? So when you get some time, look those, fruit of the spirits up, find out the definition of them, because I'm sure that they'll be very helpful. And the next time someone tells you that you can't wear gold or silver and all these kind of things according to 2 Peter, tell them that that's not what the scripture is saying, and explain to them that all these things should not be the focus of our appearance, but we should concentrate more on the godly principles that we portray rather than the costly array, the jewelry, and etc. Okay? And I also wanted to go to 1 Timothy 2:9, because it tells us exactly how to dress, and it uses the word modest apparel. 1 Timothy 2:9, it says, "In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broided hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works." So what is modest apparel? Modest means having or showing regard for the decencies of behavior, speech, dress, and etc. Okay? It's important that women show some decency in the way that they dress. Okay? You shouldn't see the print of another woman's underwear. You should keep your cleavage to yourself. That's for your husband, or your future husband. Keep in mind that I'm not saying that wearing a mini skirt or simply showing cleavage is a sin. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you should not want to cause or be the cause of your brother falling into temptation. So you should cover up for his sake. Okay? The choice is yours, yes. I'm not going to show you, I'm not saying that, you have the right to do whatever you want to do, but I'm going to show you in the scripture how your liberty can be the cause of another man falling. 1 Corinthians 8:9 says, "But take heed lest by any means this liberty of yours become a stumbling block to them that are weak." Okay, reality is that most men are not strong, and if you love your weak brother, then don't make it hard for him by dressing in that kind of way. Okay, and be mindful, all men are not weak. I'm not saying all men are weak, but there are some men out there that just have wandering eyes. Okay, so just be mindful of that. You could be the cause of him falling into temptation. So you should cover up for his sake, Show love to your brother. Show love to your sister. The Bible tells us that we should love our neighbors as ourselves. Are we really loving our brothers and sisters? You know, we got to think about that. Okay, so, and stop saying that you dress this way because you want to. It makes you feel good. I've been there, done that. I know personally I dressed that way because I did want the attention from the opposite sex. I wanted them to say I was cute and what they say today, sexy. You know, you're dressing that way because you want to appeal sexy to that man. So just stop saying that it's his problem. It is his problem, yes, but it's your problem too, because you are going to be judged because of what you're doing, what's in your heart. So you need to find out, why am I doing this? Why am I dressing this way? You know, and examine your own self. Okay? Moving along. Number 2, how to be discreet in the way that we communicate. Like I shared in my other video, how to love your husband, that most men, you know, don't like loud women. Bosses will not tolerate loud women either. You know, it'll be very hard to keep a job. We should use a soft, respectful voice, again, when dealing with people, not just our husbands, but when we're dealing with people, anybody, you know, and dealing with people, we should not dominate the conversation. We should hear people out, okay? James 1:19 says, "Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath," okay? Proverbs 15:1 says, "A soft answer turns away wrath." Proverbs 21:19 says, "It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and an angry woman." So please tone it down. You know, I know we could be just plain out loud sometimes and disrespectful. Just try to calm down. You know, I find that talking slower helps me to think clearer and make better vocal decisions, and makes me have more sense at what I'm saying or what I'm trying to get across. Okay, and have the mindset to hear people out, not to always assume or have the mindset that you're always right, okay, and that everybody is always wrong. This will help you to respond better to people as well, okay. And number 3 was how to be discreet in the way that we act. This is very important. Pay very close attention to your mannerism, okay. Watch yourself when you're dealing with other men. Keep in mind that this man is somebody else's husband. That's very important. You know, don't compliment other men so much. Let their own wife compliment them. Don't use words like baby, honey, and sweetheart to other men. He's not your baby or your honey or your sweetheart, okay? He's somebody else's wife. Don't touch men that are not your spouse. And don't let men be touching all on you, okay? 1 Corinthians 7:1 says, "Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband." Okay? That's why you don't be touching men and don't let men touch you, because you're trying to avoid fornication. Okay? One touch leads to another touch, and then before you know it, you know, something's going on. So just stay clear of that. And I know I said a lot, I said a mouthful, but the divorce rate here in America is sky high, and it's mostly amongst the Christians, you know, the so-called Christians. So please don't take this lightly. You may save somebody's marriage, you know, you might save your own marriage if you just be mindful of some of the things I presented here. Okay, so until next time, be blessed.